Hello everybody, I'm Urvashi. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about the month of July 2018 for the zodiac signs of Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces, and we are going to be discussing transits and tarot. I'm again going to be talking only about the ascendants and the moon sign, not the sun sign. But yes, I'm using tarot so that it gives me more of a holistic view of what this month looks like for all these zodiac signs. So to start off with, I'll start off with Sagittarius. So this month, in the month of July, for the sign of Sagittarius, your ascendant lord Jupiter is again still posited in the 11th house in the sign of Libra, but it goes direct on the 10th of July. So that is one great thing that is happening this month. But Mars is conjunct Ketu in the second house, and Mars goes retrograde in this month of July for you. Sagittarius in the second house, conjunct Ketu. In the 8th house, we have Rahu and Mercury. For the entire month, Mercury stays there with Rahu. The Sun is in the 7th house for the first half of the month, and then it moves to the 8th house along with Mercury and Rahu. And then we have Venus in the 9th house, the sign of Leo. So that is what the month of 2018 July looks like for the sign of Sagittarius. Also, I've done a small tarot reading for Sagittarius. So I've got these two cards this month. So we first have the High Priestess, that's the first card, and the second card is the Queen of Cups. So these are the two cards that are for the sign of Sagittarius this month. I'm going to be giving you some important dates that you should keep in mind this month, Sagittarius. So the dates here are the 16th, 17th, 25th and 26th. These are those 4 dates where you may be feeling a little low this month for one reason or the other. It could be professional, it could be personal. And the 7th and 8th would be, those sensitive days when you feel sensitive, emotional, more connected to your emotional self. I'm also going to be giving you some good dates this month. So the good dates this month are the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 29th, 30th, 10th, 11th, 16th, 17th. So those are the good dates for all the zodiac signs. Irrespective of whatever the zodiac sign is, these are the good dates this month. So whatever you want to do, anything you want to initiate, these are the best dates to do in this month. So coming down to the sign of Sagittarius, so you could be feeling very intuitive this month, Sagittarius. You could be feeling very connected to your inner self. You're going to be feeling very distanced in your relationships. You're going to be feeling there is going to be an element of separation, at least in the first half of the month while the Sun is still in the 7th house. So yes, there's going to be an element of separation. There's going to be a little heat where your relationships are concerned. And then the Sun, after the middle of the month, moves to the 8th house. It's going to be conjunct Mercury and Rahu. So the Sun here is the 9th lord and Mercury is the 10th lord. So that doesn't give a very rosy picture here of your profession, of your opportunity, of your higher beliefs, values, of your how you feel, your philosophy in life. So that doesn't give a very rosy picture. And here Mercury, Sun are with Rahu on the Rahu-Ketu axis, also aspected by a retrograde Mars. Mars is also the lord of the 12th house. So yes, you could be feeling very intuitive. You could be feeling very emotional. You could be feeling very connected to your inner self, your inner voice. And it's a passive month for you, basically, Sagittarius. It's not an active month. It has a very feminine energy for you. The energy is not to go out there and do some action. The energy is to connect to your inner self, to listen to that inner voice that you have. Because also we have the Queen of Cups. So here the message that we're getting, the guidance that we're getting from the tarot reading is that we need to be connected to the emotional self. We need to be connected to the sensitive side of our nature, because nature is definitely telling us something. There could be something that we're missing out on. There could be relationships that suddenly we're not feeling too happy about. There could be a sudden distance in your relationship, in your image, in your public image, in how you behave with other people, in your network circle. You suddenly could be distancing yourself. This will also reflect on your work, on your profession. Even in your workplace, your colleagues may be feeling that you're distancing yourself, that you are not the same person, that there is definitely a major change about you, that you're more closed, more introspective, more maybe fearful this month because of this Mercury on the Rahu-Ketu axis aspected by Mars. This could also the heightened emotional self of you could also impact your speech. It could impact your relationships back home. You could sometimes suddenly be reacting very negatively at home and spoiling the environment at home. So take care of that. Sagittarius, this month is a very sensitive month for you. It's not a month for to go out there and take some action. It's a month to reflect. It's the month to be connected to your intuitive self, to get the answers from within, because it's a time where you be sensitive in your relationships. Even though you will feel withdrawn, even you and your partner will be feeling withdrawn from each other, but it's time to consider each other's emotions. It's time to be sensitive. Do not be harsh at this point of time. It's a very introspective time in the relationship, and there could be a situation where you may feel that you're not happy in the relationship, but it may just not be about the relationship. You may generally not be happy. So Sagittarius, the idea is to be connected to your inner self, to spend some quiet time to understand what the issues are. But the saving grace is that Jupiter goes direct on the 10th of July. So from the 10th of July, things definitely are looking better. Jupiter will definitely give you strength in your relationships. So that part of it will be sorted. But the sensitivity, the intuitive side, the psychic side of you is still going to be active for the rest of the month. So the message for you this month, Sagittarius, is be connected to your emotions. So that's all for now. So coming down to the sign of Capricorn. So well, for Capricorn this month, Mars is conjunct Ketu in the ascendant in the first house, and Mars is going to be retrograde now. Jupiter is in the 10th house, and thankfully Jupiter is going to be direct by the 10th of this month. And then we still have Saturn in the 12th house. Mercury, Rahu will be conjunct most of this month in the 7th house. Sun will be in the 6th house for the first half of the month, and then we'll move into the 7th house. And Venus, the Lord of the 10th house, the Lord of the 5th house, the Lord of relationships, is going to be in the 8th house. So that is going to be one interesting transit for this month. The tarot cards for the sign of Capricorn this month are the Two of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So this is the tarot reading. These are tarot cards I'm going to be considering, and I'm going to try to give you some insights of what this month is generally going to be for you, Capricorn. But before I start, let me give you the important dates. So there are these days that we do, for some reason or the other, feel low every month. So the 1st, 2nd, 18th, 19th, 27th, 28th are the days that you may not be feeling too happy this month. And the 10th and the 11th too, you may be feeling a little emotional, a little sensitive. And generally the good days this month are the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 29th, 30th, 10th, 11th, 16th and 17th. So those are the good dates this month. So now coming back to the sign of Capricorn. So well, Capricorn, because of this retrograde Mars conjunct Ketu in the ascendant, because Mars is going retrograde, basically that is why you are going to be feeling a little low in energy, a little drained of energy, because Mars is the planet of energy and it's retrograde right now in your ascendant. So all in all, yes, for the sign of Capricorn, you're going to be feeling a little low in energy, a little drained out. Be cautious in your relationships. You could have some conflict in your relationships this month. There could be an element of illusion which may cause you to have some kind of a conflict, have some kind of an argument, especially in the second half of the month. So be very careful about that. In the first half also, be careful about health issues. There could be issues related to your general digestive system, or there could be issues related to the skeleton system. So first half of the month, take care about your health, and in the second half of the month especially, be very careful about your relationships and arguments that you have with your spouse or your partner, or even your business partner, or even your public image. Be very cautious about that. So you're not going to be feeling very active, very enthusiastic this month. The mind is going to be divided. There could be some major decision that you may have to take, but you could be in denial right now, Capricorn. You may be in a situation where you feel you need to stand up, you need to take a stand, you need to put your point across, but you do not really want to get into that argument. You may be in a state of denial. You may be denying that what you have to say is important to the situation. It's not things don't go away. If we close our eyes to a situation, the situation is not going to go away. We have to take our share of decisions. We have to make our share of choices in life. So it's important. Another important aspect of this reading is that this month there definitely would be changes in your workplace. Sudden changes would happen that you may not expect. This month, those looking for a relationship could be meeting somebody new. So yes, on the emotional front, there could be an element of fulfillment. You could emotionally feel very connected to somebody suddenly, or even in an existing relationship, the potential of the relationship suddenly you could be seeing. Suddenly you could be feeling very connected emotionally to a person, but it is time to decide. So it could be this decision making could be uh, about a relationship. This decision making could be about your workplace. So major changes in your workplace, major changes where the relationships are concerned, the emotional aspect is concerned, are seen in this transit for you. The guidance for you, Capricorn, this month is uh, keep your eyes, ears open, see how you can be more connected to your emotional self, see what gives you emotional fulfillment, and do not be in denial. If you need to take a stand, if you need to raise your voice about something, if you know of a situation and you are in denial, you need to take action. Get ready to take action. So that is all for the sign of Capricorn. So now talking about the sign of Aquarius. So for Aquarius this month, the good thing is that now you have Jupiter, which was retrograde, is going to be direct in your ninth house. So that's a great position to be, to have a Jupiter direct in your ninth house. It's like luck coming back for you. Saturn is still retrograde in the 11th house. The Lagnesh is still retrograde in the 11th house. Mars, exalted Mars, is retrograde now, conjunct Ketu in the 12th house. Mercury and Rahu are going to be conjunct for the entire month in your 6th house. In the 7th house, we have Venus, the lord of relationships, the lord of your 4th house. The lord of your 9th house is right now placed in the 7th house, in the house of relationships. And then we have Sun for the first half of the month in the 5th house, and then it's going to move to the 6th house. So that's what this month looks like. The tarot reading for the sign of Aquarius, I have two cards. I have the 3 of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Cups. So these are the 2 cards that we have for the sign of Aquarius this month. So before I start, let me give you the important dates for Aquarius. They are the 3rd, 4th, 20th, 21st, 29th and 30th. So these days are not looking so good for you. You may be feeling very low during this time for one reason or the other. Just chill, let those days pass. It's going to happen. So that's about it. Don't worry too much about it. And also the 12th and the 13th, you may be feeling a little sensitive. You may be feeling a little emotional. And like I've given these dates, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 29th, 30th, 10th, 11th, 16th, 17th, these are the good dates this month, Aquarius. So anything you want to start, anything you want to initiate, those are the good dates. And the others are just some emotional, sensitive dates that we have this month. So this month is looking great for the sign of Aquarius. The only thing I do not like in the entire scenario is that there is going to be travel related to work. There is going to be travel generally for fun, and there's going to be a lot of wasteful expenditure. So a lot of energy is going to be wasted. You're going to be wasting your energy. You're going to be wasting time related to work, traveling. There's going to be expenditure of your energy. There's going to be expenditure of money. There's going to be general enjoyment and fun. For enjoyment, fun, yes, this is a great month for you, but it's a lot of expenditure of energy. It's an expenditure of money. It's an expenditure of your time. So also this month you could be meeting friends. You could be partying quite a bit. You could be getting together with old friends. You could be meeting old friends, especially females. This is a great month to get together with friends, like having those kitty parties and getting together with friends and partying and enjoying. So this is generally a happy month for the sign of Aquarius. Also, this month is going to have a sense of achievement for you. If you've been working towards something, if you've been trying to complete a project, the project is going to get completed this month with a lot of effort, with a lot of energy, with a lot of wastefulness, but yes, a feeling of completion, a feeling of achievement is going to be there generally for you, Aquarius. So yes, it's a great month, but remember the Lagnesh, Saturn is still retrograde in the 11th house. Yeah, so that does bring a lot of thoughtfulness in mind, where your relationships, where your friend circle, where your network circle is concerned. You may still be feeling that you are not getting the right kind of a support from your network circle. So that still goes on. But Jupiter now being direct in your 9th house is going to bring a lot of positivity for you. And so have the tarot cards told us that there's going to be a lot of happiness. Generally, a sense of achievement is going to be there. A sense of happiness is going to be there. Getting together with friends is going to be there. So all that is looking good for the sign of Aquarius this month. The only one other caution I would like to give to all Aquarians is do be careful about your health. There could be sudden hidden issues that may suddenly come up. Don't take them casually. It could be a chronic issue that you're not really aware of. There could be a major issue that you're not aware of, and suddenly that may just come up. And you may tend to think that it's something very minor, and you may just tend to ignore it. So do not ignore any health issues that come up. Get yourself properly checked. Yeah, so that is all for the sign of Aquarius. We'll be seeing you now in the next one. So coming down now to the sign of Pisces. So for the sign of Pisces, Jupiter is still posited in the 8th house, but the good part is Jupiter is going direct now on the 10th of July. So that's one great thing. Saturn is still retrograde in the 10th house in the sign of Sagittarius. Now we have Mars and Ketu conjunct in the 11th house, but this month Mars is going to go retrograde in the 11th house. So we need to keep this in mind. This is an important placement with Mars retrograde in the 11th house. And then we have the Sun for the first half of the month in the 4th house, and then it moves in the 5th house where it's going to be conjunct Mercury, Rahu, and Venus is going to be in the 6th house. So those are the transitory positions for the sign of Pisces. The tarot reading for the sign of Pisces is we first have the 5 of Swords and then we have the 2 of Swords. So this is a very important, interesting reading for the sign of Pisces because both the cards are for the sign of Swords. But first let me give you the important dates this month. So for the sign of Pisces, we have the 5th, 6th, and we have the 20th, 21st. These days you may be feeling a little low for one reason or the other. We also have the 14th and the 15th. So this is the 14th and the 15th is maybe those days when you tend to feel a little emotional, a little drawn to home. You may want to go back home. You may want to be more connected to your mom. So it's nothing major. It's just a little emotional time for you. Also, the good dates this month are the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 29th, 30th, 10th, 11th, 16th, and 17th. So that is it for the sign of Pisces. As far as the insight for the sign of Pisces this month, so Jupiter, yes, is going direct. So that is one good thing. Suddenly you're going to be coming out of your subconscious self. You've been introspecting. You've been, trying to be very connected to your inner self, your inner fears, your hidden thoughts, your secret self, whatever secrets you have deep inside of you. You're going to be, you have been connected to that side of you for the last few months. You've been doing a lot of thinking actually, Pisces. Now you're going to come out of it, which is a good thing. You're going to have your answers and you're going to come out of that intuitive side of yours, that subconscious side of yours, and be more active out there. But yeah, work still is looking a bit slow because Saturn is still retrograde in the 10th house, and the 11th house we have Mars now retrograde conjunct Ketu. So yeah, so that part is not looking that good. Things will slow down a little bit, Pisces, even though it's a good time for you. It's great to have an exalted Mars in the 11th house conjunct Ketu, but it's gone retrograde, so things are going to slow down. Whatever gains you were expecting are suddenly going to slow down. Whatever new opportunities that came along your way are suddenly going to, you're going to reach a standstill point. You may feel that things aren't moving ahead, things have suddenly stopped. You may feel that somebody from your network circle has, put the brakes on, and suddenly you may be wanting to go through your phone book and you may be wanting to delete a few numbers there. And you're going to feel the heat of this entire thought process even at home. So yes, there could be some argumentation at home. There could be some conflict with your children this month. You also, during this month, you may want to get out of this conflict situation without dealing with it completely. You may be in a state of denial. So you're going to be at this crossroad this month, Pisces, where you would be thinking, should I or should I not? And you may be trying to flee from the situation without sorting things out. This is a battle of the minds. This is a battle of words that you are in right now. It's not a very happy situation. It's an uncomfortable situation for you because Pisces are very easy, very soft, very easygoing people, very soft people, emotional people, sensitive people. For them, going out there and fighting this fight of words is not an easy task. So yes, you may be trying to avoid that situation right now. You may be in a state of denial right now. But it is important you go out there and sort things out. Because by ignoring the situation is definitely not going to go away. You need to work on this situation, why things have suddenly come to a standstill for you. Because the entire thing is affecting your personality, is impacting your personality. You're going to feel the heat at home. You're going to feel the heat with your children, in your relationships. Things may not suddenly be looking good. Things will start looking up for you by the end of this month. Things will start doing. You will start doing better again. But this month, you definitely are still going to go through those negative feelings where you might harbor some negativity for a friend, for a colleague, for somebody who's known to you. Another thing, Pisces, that I would like to tell you, do take care of your health, because Jupiter in the 8th house and now we have Venus in the 6th house. So that does tell me there could be a health issue. Take care, do not ignore it. And remember, Jupiter is going direct by the 10th of this month, and in a few days after that, things will start looking up for you. So nothing to worry about. The message for you this month is, Pisces, to stand up, take the call. Do not be in denial. So that is all for the month of July. I will be seeing you now with transits and tarot next month.